Hi friends, welcome to Tutorials Point, and in this video we will understand logistics management and in that warehouse integration. Today we will be understanding the types of warehouses and then system and process controls that will be in place and then agreements and enforcement. In the warehouses we will be understanding the internal warehouse and also the external warehouse. As you can see very clearly here, there will be a shelter because this material will be very sensitive for the environment, and they will be having a lot of control on the in-house warehouses. When we talk about the external warehouse, as you can see here, these materials are not so sensitive for the environment, so they will be stored outside and sometimes we will be having very less control over that. There will be a respective advantages and disadvantages with respect to the internal and external warehouses. Then we will take an example of internal warehouse. Then we will understand that there is an order being done, raw material came, and then we will be taking a shipment. We will be checking whether it's okay, not okay of this raw material, and then we will be putting the OK symbol and inside using a trolley we will be taking inside this particular thing, and then we will be translating, and then there will be a check that is going to happen on the finished goods. Then it's going to be sent in the vehicle for the particular customer or the final consumer, whichever in consideration. If we talk about external warehouse, first example we will take from the customer point of view. What are all the things that would be important would be the customer quality, and then customer satisfaction, and then the customer portal usage as per his specific requirements. If we are not going to follow these customer specific requirements from the quality, cost and delivery point of view, then there can be a problem. The customer can always raise an issue with our management, and the complete resources of ours will be ending up with managing this particular complaint. Then we will understand the supplier point of view. That is also an external warehouse where there must be an harmonious relationship between the supplier quality, purchasing and the supplier, because these are all the people who will be working in the input area, which is very much required for us to process and do value addition later to give this to the customer area. Then we will understand what is the system control requirements that can really work our warehouses in a much better way. So we need to empower them, and how we can empower them is by sharing knowledge, information, developing their skills through the proper training, and finally we need to give them the authority. By giving all these things, if there is any deviation that is going to happen in a set system or process, the responsible authority will take sufficient controlling mechanisms. Then we will understand the system control. One of the examples, like ISO 9001 itself, is one of the famous quality management system tool which will really required to maintain the basic quality expectation of various processes and systems. It may be for a company or it may be even for a warehouse. Then we will understand the 5S principles. In that, what we need to understand in the first step is the sorting, where we will be removing the unwanted materials, and then the second step would be set in order. Whatever that we need to set in the proper order where it is really required. Everything will be put in its place, and then after that we need to shine them. That means to say we need to daily clean them. During this particular process itself, we will be really able to get the proper usage of that particular equipment whenever it is needed. Then if everything is done, we need to standardize that if it is working fine to have the stability, and then same needs to be sustained for a longer period of time. We will understand a similar process called as 8D. This is a complaint management mechanism where there are 8 disciplines. It starts from team formation, and then process description, containment actions, root cause analysis, corrective actions, validation of the corrective actions, identification and improvement of the preventive actions, and then team and identification of this recognition. We will be having one more step called as an agreement. Whenever we are managing any kind of warehouse or the external warehouse, there must be an agreement that needs to be framed. Here it will be in the draft stage. Then we need to agree between two parties. Then it must be ratified. Ratified means to say it must be put in place from a certain period of time. Then the last one is the enforcement. Whatever we have agreed, ratified, we need to enforce that. If we are not going to enforce that, then the particular agreement itself loses its value. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much.
Tutorialspoint.com. Simply easy learning.